Shalom, Malakwa, just trouble checking. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Brakatah, and Brakatham to you and your house. Well, the water and beautiful camp, as you did today. The water beautiful. So first and foremost, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. I want to give double honors to the sincere elders and apostles. Acknowledgement at the water to you teaching this truth in sincerity and in truth. Teaching us how to be men of the Lord. And I want to give double honors to all the other elders, giving us that non-stop energy to Wadiyah Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. And as it is, the Lord is working. He's showing forth and he's doing what he has said that it was going to happen beforehand. The Lord is really putting he's really gathering the nations. How's it going? He's really gathering the nations, putting that spirit on men to be in that spirit of war. Hey, Shalom Athena, Pardrell, Yahweh Shema Brakatah, and Brakatham to you and your household. The water, and so let's get into a little bit of it, because Ukraine is about to collapse. Why is that important? Because they said that if Biden and NATO said if Ukraine collapsed, that they're definitely going to have United States and all the NATO troops and NATO into World War III. Because now, look at what Russia was doing. He was doing a battle of attrition. And look at that. Most of the time, if you don't understand, most wars are usually fought. They kill all the soldiers. And that was like the old days. Now it's usually when they run out of money. And it's that money machine is, they have to put it in other, because since they're losing so bad. So let's grab some scriptures. It drained out. And it's a winter coming, so now they have to even be more focused on where their war efforts are. So they have to just pretty much expunge that. So let's grab this. This is Zephaniah. I'm going to start at verse 8, chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore, wait upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up. So he wasn't going to say, hey, Shalom, Rebecca, Ophir, Yahweh Shema Brakatah, and Brakatham to you, sisters, and the water for you, sisters, always coming on. So the water, Yahweh Shema Brakatah to you and your household. Said, wait upon him, because the Lord is, look what he's doing. The minds of the kings, let's grab it. Beautiful. Locked in. My bad, I don't have it in that. I don't have it in that particular script, in that book. I have it in here though. Well, we're looking for Proverbs 21. We'll tell you. Salakia. You know how it is. I just grab it in the blue letter. Easier. So, hey, Shalom, Sarai, Mullah, Yahweh Shema Brakatah, and Brakatham to you and your household. This is Proverbs, chapter 21. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. So the Lord gave, what did he say? He was going to get that Russia back into that warlike spirit. We're going to get into that, Ezekiel 38. So they were using a great battle strategy. They have them exhaust all their assets, all their resources in the Ukraine, and then that when that second war came, that second front of the war in Israel, and then also in Venezuela, then now they have to pretty much, since they pretty much let themselves into a bad situation, especially in the winter, that they know that it has to fall, that Ukraine is just days away. As the rivers of water, he turneth whether whosoever he will. go back to Zephaniah. It's quicker on this anyway. I'm just gonna get when I leave, I'm gonna get a new scripture. This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore, wait upon me. And the ones that wait upon the Lord, what does he do? He's always telling them to wait upon him because he's doing everything. This is his will. And he's showing them the will of the power that he's going to cause these nations to be gathered. And he's going to have some nations fall, and the Babylon the Great ultimately is going to be destroyed. All these nations are going to be mad and attack on her. So this is just right in the Lord's chess game. And until the day that I will rise to the prey. Remember, he said he does all this. It is no God but him. Let's grab that. And I want to get on some stuff on, I'm going to start at verse 18. This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 18. For thus said the Lord thy God that created the heavens, himself that formed the earth and made it. So he already knows. Look at what happened. It's a storm right now that's covering the whole top half of the Europe. That is a winter storm, and they're going to need oil. So that battle is going to have to intensify because every day that they're going to have to, more and more people are going to have to die. So the Lord created the heavens and he created the earth. He knows every situation. And what did he say? Let's grab that. By measure. How's it going?
What's up, bro?
What's up?
You doing good, bro?
What about you? Yeah, I'm doing good.
You doing pretty bad, bro. You want spare dollar?
I don't have any cash, but I have the word. That's better. You too. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 37. By measure has he measured the times, and by number he has numbered the times. So he said it was going to be this particular situation that he was going to have, that they were going to fight a little, measure, he's controlling the hearts of men, that he created the earth, that at this situation it was going to be a winter, that they're going to need oil after all this, these brick deals, all this stuff, all measuring times. All right, it's their time, and it's this time. Now it's going to be Israel time. By number, he do not move, nor he stir them until said measure be fulfilled. That's why he said, wait upon him. He's doing his work. That's why he said, let him cook. And he answered, lo, that's good. God himself, this is back in Isaiah 45, that formed the earth and made it. He has established it. He has created it not in vain. Why has he not created it in vain? Because he created it to be inhabited. But who was going to be in charge? Israel. So he's going to cause situations that was going to happen, that was going to cause it to be war on this earth. The Lord said it's a time for war and a time for peace. Let's grab that real quick. That's why he said, wait upon it. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything is a season and a time, every purpose under the sun. And the Lord said he controls it by measures and by numbers. And he's numbering the time of the situation, that this is the time of not just regular war, spiritual war, a realm against a realm, a purpose under the heaven. And the purpose right now is to have a war to set up the greatest kingdom will ever live. From the who is Yahweh Shai, that's going to lead it. The top general. All these people are saying that, no, you guys are not generals. Well, we don't even really have generals. We have high priests, we have priests, and we have kings, and then and the teachers and so on. But and they would be a captain if you were talking about in war, and a time to be born and a time to die. And it's a lot of times so thus we be reborn, because the Lord's about to change our bodies. And it's a time for the 2/3 to be destroyed and these nations to be destroyed and then put into slavery. A time to plant and a time to pluck, because it's the harvest. A time to kill and a time to be healed. And it's the time for these nations to be killed and Israel to be healed, to break down and to build up. All the Lord does all these things in measures. And see, the wisest man that ever lived wrote this book, Solomon. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. And you already understand that when we were crying, and we're still going. The nations were happy, they were dancing, all that stuff. But look at this place now. They're mourning and we're chuckling. We're closer to what we ever have believed. So the Lord is showing the duality of these things. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather together, to be embraced and to find the refrain from embracing. A time to get in and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away. Let's just get to the point. Verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, and a time of war and a time of peace, and a time is here for war. What profit do the work of that therein he labor? So what do people really get on all their hard work? I have seen this travail which God has given the sons of men to be exercised in them. But he's doing all this stuff for a reason. Why? Because he controls. Drop down a little bit more. Verse 14. I know that whatsoever the God doeth, it shall be forever. So he's setting up this so he can have a forever kingdom. He's setting up this for a reason. So people know his name and they can know who the nation that was named after him. Forever. Nothing can be put to it. So the Lord said, wait upon him, because he's going to gather the nations. He was going to cause them to fall. He was going to cause them to put in a situation that he can cause war. That it was going to be that they can't, it's unavoidable. And you're seeing it now, that they have to. When as soon as Ukraine collapses, that's a major push into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. God doeth that man should fear before him. That's the purpose. He said, what is the purpose of man? To fear the Most High, keep the commandments and fear the Most High. So now he has to put in work and show him why you got to fear him. And he gave you from the beginning. What other these idols, these stones, can they predict? What's that? That's in Isaiah 40. I'm going to get this, finish this, and I'm going to grab it. Because he asks, the Lord asks, can these nations, these rocks, these stones, these idols, can they predict the future like the Lord? That which he has been is now, and that's which is have been already been. God requires that which is past. So all the things that you've been doing throughout your whole lifespan, all these things that have been happening, the Lord, he's going to require that. The people that were prophets before, the people that were going and slandering the prophets, the people that were going and killing the prophets, the ones that were believers, the ones that were unbelievers. The Lord was requiring all that. Bear me, Akim, and Aqua. This is Isaiah chapter 41. I'm going to start at 26. This is how it makes men fear on the Heavenly Father. Should I start up? Actually, yeah, I'm going to start up. Verse 25. I have raised up one from the north, and he shall come. From the rising sun shall he call upon my name. He shall come unto the princes as a martyr, and as a potter threading clay. Who has declared from the beginning, that he may know, and before a time that we may say he is righteous. Yea, there is none that showeth, there is none that declare, there is none that hear your words. Let's get it in the NLT. Who told you from the beginning? Who told you that he said this was going to happen? He's going to send his messengers, and it was going to happen exactly the way he told you. Yahweh, that it would happen. Who predicted this? Who making you admire that he was right? No one said a word. Still in the NLT, I was the first to tell Zion. Yahweh was, because he created and he made it, and he done it by measures and measures. So he was the first to tell us through his prophets. This is not going to speak to you directly. He's going to use his prophets and his men to give him the secrets. They tell you the secrets. Look, help is on the way. I will send Jerusalem a messenger with good news. Who is he talking about? Yahushua and the prophets and the apostles and prophets that were going to come after his name. Speaking Yahushua, the word of Yahushua. He's going to spin that. Not one of your idols told you this. Not one to the nations, to you Israelites that go into these false faiths. Not one of them. Name one book. Name the Quran. Did it tell you about prophecy? Did the Hindu Bible or whatever the fuck they read, did they tell you about that? Any of them. None of the idols told you about prophecy. They don't have no prophecy in it. Not one of your idols told you this. That's verse 28. Not one gave an answer when I asked. See, they are all foolish, worthless things. All your idols are as empty as the wind. It's the Lord controls. Going back into it. So this war is something, this is showing the power of the Lord. It's showing that he was on point. He used his prophets. He used Yahushua to bring forth the good news, the good tidings, to bind up the brokenhearted. All these. Because he created it. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 19. I have not spoken in secret, nor in a dark place of the earth. What did he tell his prophets to do? Go in the highways and hedges and speak the word of prophecy. Going out, not out in the woods, not have these little secret inside jokes and shit. No, the Lord said it straight up right in front. I said not unto the seed of Jacob. I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek me in vain. He didn't say that. He said, oh, even if you come to me, I'm just going to. No, he said he will always. Jacob is a world without end. He'll always have mercy on Jacob. And that's why he's setting up this war. And that's why he's doing all this stuff to protect, to send his deliverance upon us. And how did he first? He has to put war because he can't stir nothing up. Lest those measures, because he's not a man that shall lie. Everything he spoke has to come to pass. And he said that it was going to build up by measure. I, the Lord, speak of righteously, and I declare things are right. Assemble yourself and come, draw nigh together, ye that are escaped of the nations. Who is that? Who's about to be delivered? Who has now had to get in the mindset of this polluted nation? Let's grab that real quick. Because we are set free when we got this truth. We literally escaped from this world. We're literally out of this. We're separate. Our thoughts are from above, and everybody's thoughts is from below. You know why? Because we have the mind of a Mashiach. And that's what he said. Philippians. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. So we have to escape it. When something's toxic, you see all those toxic spills? They have to evacuate it, right? Don't they have to evacuate out of the place? What did it cause? Danger, killing, can't breathe. You can't breathe in America with all this stress, with all these chemtrails, with all these things, this philosophy that will cause you to destroy yourself, to suffocate yourself. So the Lord said, arise and depart from this is not your rest, because it's polluted. And what is that? Toxic. Let's look at it in the blue letter. Slovakia, damn it. I pressed the wrong button. Tama. This is to be unclean. And he said, no, defile, to become unclean, become impure. And how do a man cleanse his ways? He said, by hearing this word. So that's how you depart, by getting this word so you can be cleaned off. That's how you do. You're not running to fucking Israel like this. Look, that's a bad idea now. All those people that did it. That's a bad idea. You see what happened over there now. They over there just committing genocide. You already know they going for the niggas out there. Lest they be of the elect. Sexual, religiously, ceremonially, every single thing is defiled in this place. To be profane. That's what this word means. To be profane in God's name. This is talking about Yah. That's it. It shall destroy you. So it's polluted, even with a sore destruction. So we have to clean. Since I quoted it, let's just grab it. This is Psalm chapter 119, verse 9. Wherewith shall a young man cleanse his ways? By taking heed. That's how you depart. By taking heed to this word. That's how you depart from this polluted place. That's why the Lord's put in this. Now he has to show it. Because when you see these wars, pestilence, that's discouraged for amendment. So he said, all right, you got to get yourself ceremonially and cleansed. And it takes time for it. Even when you did in the back in the day, what did the Lord have to do? You have to be outside the camp for a couple of days. You have to. It takes time to do it. So you can't just like one day. Oh man, now because you might hear this word and when you heard it, you were smoking. And then what happened is, you stopped. So you cleanse yourself, and then you have that period of time that you got to continue to do it. It was not just a one-time thing and then just go back to it. Then you're still unclean. So you have to continue to keep into this word to be cleansed. When you heard it, that's the day that's when you're a new person. It has to be changed. And they always say Rome because this is the Babylon place. But it takes time. By taking heed, therefore, according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee. This is what the Lord said. That's a commandment. With your whole heart seeking the Lord. Because if you're not, how are you going to be delivered from this war that's coming? You're going to be drafted. Oh, let not wander from thy commandments. That's why the Lord's going to put it in us. We're going to get into that in a little bit. Because that thing that they're pushing these, because we can't keep the whole law, so we're under grace, but you have to try. And then we're going to be written, we're not in a new covenant yet. So any person saying that, you just got to flee from them because they're out of their mind. That's how you still see men teaching. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 20. Assemble yourself and come. Draw near together. Ye that are escaped of the nations, they have no knowledge that set up wood and graven images. They pray on gods that cannot save, that didn't predict this. Tell me, bring them near. Ye, let them take counsel together, whom has declared from the ancient times, who has told it from the times. Have not the Lord, and there is no God beside me. I, just God, a Savior, and there is no one besides me. Look upon me, by ye that save all the ends of the earth, for I am God, and there is none else. This is what the Lord said. And so he said, all right, I do it by time. I'm going to have measure. And now it's the time for war. It's a time that I'm going to assemble the nations. Who else has predicted this? Who else told you? Who else can you be clean? Who else can you be saved by? That's what the Lord's saying in that whole thing. That's why he said you got to understand. You have an important job. You're Israel. So if you have the Spirit, preach it. If you're a believer, believe it. Pray it. Being into that Spirit. Because a war is coming. The collapse of the Ukraine is that's the start. Because now Estonia, which don't mean shit, what does Estonia do? So, but they're gonna, after them acquiring that major part, because remember, that's a lot of wheat, and then also it's a very important spot in wartime. And they're more important to Israel, because that's where that's where their nation, that's where, not Israel to us, those Amalekites, because that's where they originally came from. Not originally, but that's where the Kazite Empire was developed in that spot. Because that's the breadbasket of Europe. And it's going to show that Babylon the Great is not invincible as they try to make. This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up for the prey. Because remember, he's measuring the times. He does everything by measuring. And that's why he said measure the times. He said by measure, he does. By number, he does. So he's supposed to be measured. For my determination is to gather up the nations. That's his determination. And let's look at the word determination in the blue letter. Mashapat, which is judgment. Mashapat, judgment. This is his judgment. Isn't he the ultimate judge? His determination is the same word as judgment. His judgment is to gather these nations for a judgment. He's making inquisition of the world. And they have did wrong. They have touched the apple of the Lord's eyes. Let's grab that. The second Ezra, bear with me. Second Ezra chapter 6. Should I start all the way up? Yeah, I'm gonna start it up. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. Well, the point's in like 18, but since I'm here. For Esau is the end of the world. So the Lord measured it, and he said, at the end of the heathen rulership, he's gonna have Esau in control, and he was gonna knock them down. And he was gonna do, look at what better way is a nation that's pretty much all about Ukraine. The Ukraine has a lot of neo-Nazis. That's like Esau, and in that Baltic area, that's where the heart of Esau is. And what happened? The Lord's gonna have them fall and be the start, and then He'll have Israel starting it all off with the bombing of the Gaza people. Now they're seeing the wickedness, because people were for Ukraine, but then when Israel, the least of the flock, started drawing them out, what happened? They start turning against Esau, Edom. So he is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that follows. And the hand of the man is betwixt the heels of his hand. And he questioned, said, you got to look it up in the GMT, what that means. Asked him now, answer then. And I said, O Lord, thou bearest rule. If I have found favor in thy sight, I beseech you, show thy servants the ends of thy tokens. And he said he gives the secrets unto the servants, his prophets. And wasn't Ezra a prophet? Wasn't he beloved of the Most High? Wherefore, and a lot of people, he got a lot of common with Samuel. Wherefore thou showest me part of the last night. So he answered, and he said unto me, stand up upon thy feet. And a mighty voice said, and he said, where is there a great motion? But the place where thou standest shall be moved. And wherefore when he say, be not afraid, for the world is at an end, and the foundation of the earth is understood. And why? Because the speech of these things tremble and move, for he knoweth that the end of these things must be a change. It must be a change. This is and how a change of setting up his people. Now they're going to have the laws and statutes, commandments written in their system, in their heart, in their mind. And they're going to have, this earth is going to change places. It's going to look different. Just like when the flood came, what had happened? It was Pangea, and then now it became to what you know now. That's why you see all the pieces of the earth. It looks like they can all just be together in a jigsaw puzzle. And you have to understand that can only happen. That's why when people try to deny like the Bible, it's no possible way all the earth would move like that and break pieces and have it be that perfectly together without a lot. You ever seen when it rains a lot? Look into the dirt. Look at the crevices that push forth. That only a lot of water at a short period of time would be able to do that. So, and it happened, and that when I heard it, I stood at my feet and hearkened, and behold, there was a voice that spoke. And the sound of it was like a sound of many waters. And behold, the days come that I began to draw nigh to visit them that dwelt upon the earth. And it began to make inquisition of them. A testimony, inquisition, let's look that word up again. Inquisition, denoting a searching of examination and pertaining, Salakia, bear with me. A inspection, a judicial inspection, a judicial examination. Let's look at it. Judicial investigation, an act or purpose of inquiring. And he uses, that's why he said he uses he made his, like candles to see who's on his leaves. And he's also seeing what the nations have been doing. What they be that hurt the unjustly, they're unrighteous, and when the son of Zion shall be fulfilled. So gather back into this Zephaniah. What was on Zephaniah? So the determination, which we mean mashapatya, judgment. So this is what that's why it's testimony. You see all these law terms and all that stuff. The Lord is using the Lord is the ultimate judge, and He's teaching us how to be judges at ourselves. So this is what it's all about: how to be gods, how to set up a kingdom, and put forth that situation. Change is coming. Therefore, wait upon me, said the Lord. This is Zephaniah 3. Until the day I rise up to the prey. For my determination, my judgment is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour out my indignation, because they're guilty. His indignations, which is thermal, righteous anger. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. What? Hey, Shalom, God, yeah, Gabar, yeah, by Shemel Shabrakatah and Brakathum to you and your household. Slav. This is Joel. Oh yeah, I wanted to get some stuff in Twitter. I forgot. Oh yeah, and so now you're seeing that. I'm gonna grab this after, but let me just go into Twitter real quick, cause the brother, the elder put it beautiful. It's so much Twitter. Like if you go on our lab, our little Salakia. This thing won't fucking stop. Bear me out here. But if you go into the righteous counsel, Lord willing, the counsel, you see that this is all we talk about. It's prophecy. It's like all about the Father's business. This is what you're supposed to be in Mep. That's what your thing is supposed to be. And I've been in a lot of group chats before, and this is the most testimony of Yahushua have been, the testimony of prophecy. Let's grab this. Dick Durbin, which is Robert, senator, wants to turn illegal aliens into American soldiers. Where did that come from? Remember, Esau, Edom had a very, very thin, because remember, in Greece, it was a lot of Israelites. In Rome, it was a lot of Israelites. What was Cornelius? Wasn't he a Roman soldier? And so a lot of the people that fought, the first general, the first Israelite Roman, I think Roman, what is that, emperor, but he wasn't really an emperor, controlling. It's not Civilian Severus, it was after the Vespucian or Vespasian. Well, he was an Israelite, and he started off being a soldier. So this is Rome all over again. So let me grab that real quick, because this is ultimately what they're trying to do. They see they're losing. They have to put their wicked plan into fruition. So let me grab it. Using Israelites as imagine. So because Esau, Edom, they're not having everybody in the army's trannies. So what they're going to try to use you jakes. This is Revelation chapter verse 13, verse 12. And he exercised the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And they were doing that. So didn't Rome do that too? Making their slaves and making these people, look what they did to Spartacus. And then they end up, they caused them to, look at all these things are happening. They're doing exactly what Esau Edom has did beforehand. And he do of great wonders, that he made fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of man. Just as that thermonuclear, and then also these, what is those? It's direct energy weapons. Those direct energy weapons that they have. So that makes these nations be scared of them. And they deceived them that dwelt on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of man. So you see gold's going up, but what's going up even more? Like Bitcoin? What are they going to do? They're going to stop, and they say, all right, you see, this is the only safe thing it is, but it's not controlled because ISIS is using it, or Hamas is using it. So we're going to use our government system, and it's going to be much better, and you're going to be able to buy and sell, and now the war is not going to affect you. You see what's happening to Bitcoin? Look, we already see what they're doing. Seeing that they dwelt in the earth, they should make an image of the beast, which the wound by the sword and did live. And it's talking about, you already know. And he had power to give the life unto the image of the beast, and unto the beast he's supposed to speak. So the Lord gave him the ability to even have this much control and this much power, because they still have control of the financial system, no matter what you say. Because America is not in control of the finance of the beast system. Yeah, it's London is where all that system is. The three unclean beasts. And he caused them, as many that would not worship the image of the beast, to be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead. So this is what's happening. This is they're fighting for economy control. See, when that gold go up, all these nations are going to have to fight. They're all fighting to have the power to be in control of the financial system. It's not about land. It's about controlling men. These nations and all these stuff. And how do? You have to fight a war for the economy. That's pretty much, the economy is based off of how a power. And what does the term power mean? It just means to move something from one place to another, from people to other things. So it's crazy. And that no man might buy or sell, say he have the MRK, and the name of the beast and the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let us understand and count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man. The number is 606, mean 606, Salakia. 606, which they were going to cross out the Messiah. But what is the most important? That Esau Edom, what they use, their medical, their lying wonders, these false criminal power they have. Well, if you look at that number, it looks like the 70, it looks like a snake, which is, the first one does too, but it's the spirit of Asclepius. So now you're seeing, at the same time, they're pushing forth this new disease. And how did they get forth control even more last time, the lockdown? They used forth a new disease, the C19. But now they're using this white lung disease so they can put forth this system. This is how the devil moves. He's using his technology and his lying wonders. And 6, which is, they're going to have a stigma. So going back into it, this is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. And he said that we were going to be oppressed together. This captivity, they're not talking about the Assyrian, they're not talking about the ancient day Babylon, which if that happened, they're talking about this. And now we're in that spirit of time. He said after it, what he was going to do. After he brought it, now we're now in, and let's grab this real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 18. And in those days, the house of Judah shall walk in the house of Israel. So look at this. You know, they always say that these people are the real people. Well, are they in the land of the north? Are they coming from the, where's the northern kingdom? When was the split of those rats being split from their people? And then they come down from the land of the north. And in those days, the house of Judah shall run with the house of Israel, walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together all the land of the north to the land that I have given them for inheritance unto their fathers. So when did that happen? When their northern kingdom, they don't even have a tribe separation. We said we were going to remember ourselves, and doesn't that start with the pride? When I started in the truth, I looked like some Jake that got put to death, and they instantly put a label on me. And then I went to brothers that were actually in the spirit, and then even knowing my family history, knowing where my family came from, I found out what tribe I was actually from. So these guys, even when they are in the land of Israel, they be saying that, oh, they're Jews. That's all they say. But where's Naphtali? Where's Issachar? Where's all these people? So that's a point that you can tell that these people are not the people. But continuing, and also that when the Israelite will come back in their land, there wouldn't be a war. But continuing, Joel chapter 3 verse 2, and I will also gather all the nations, and I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. So you're seeing this is the beginning stages of it, which is, it already started. The least of the flock brought them out. The fall of these lands up here, that winter that's coming in, that now they need oil production to rise up. The BRIC system being put forth. The Lord said he was going to make Russia a guard. So the only reason why, you know, they put this big thing on China, but China's just those is Moab. That's why they're not really, they're mentioned, but they're not mentioned that much, because they're just like Italy in World War I and II. They're just, but the most important is the Lord said Gog and Magog, Iran, which is Persia, Ethiopia, the African nations. This is ones you have. They didn't say, like, no, another nation that's on the fence all the time. India, yeah, like India, Elam, they're going into slavery. That's why the Lord named these nations in Ezekiel the 38th chapter. And I will also gather all the nations, and I will bring forth down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage. And how is he going to plead with them? He's going to be like, hey, please give us. How did he plead when Moses was to Pharaoh? Put plagues upon them. But this time it's going to be different, this plead. This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 16. I'm going to actually start at 15. Actually, I'm going to start at 14. And when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like a herb, and the hands of the Lord shall be known towards his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies. When our people were seeing that the plagues weren't hitting them, but were hitting the heathen, they were getting happy. They were getting rejoiced that now the Lord is about to deliver us out of Egypt. But this is the new Egypt. For behold, the Lord will come, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebukes with flaming fire. For by fire and by sword will he plead with all flesh. That's what hey, Shalom Tobit 144. Yahweh Shema Shah Brakatah and Brakatham to you and your household. He's going to plead with all flesh with his chariots bringing forth those thermonuclear destruction, which when those missiles shoot, that's a part of the arm of the Lord's army. And he's going to the chariots of the Lord are going to be able to control them, and they're going to have them hit their mark, and none of them is going to miss their mark. They're all going to hit where they attended the Lord wanted them to hit. There's going to be melt that holy land right there where those rats are. It has to be destroyed, even if that's not the whole holy land. So that's also, you can tell that's not their people. That's not the people. Because those Ishmael's in there, and the place that they think that's where the temple is, which is not. They own that land. And then also Saudi Arabia, that's a part of the land. So Northern Africa, that's part of the land. They said from Euphrates to the Nile. So they still missing land. So that they can't possibly be the people. And the Lord's not going to allow it. Hey, Shalom, Enos, Yahba Shemeshra, Brakatah, Brakathum to you and your household. But that's why the Lord doesn't have to plead with them. Just as he had to plead to Pharaoh through his plagues, darkness, all these stuff. But he's doing all those plagues that he did before, and then he's going to plead with them with fire, with these bombs, these thermonuclear destruction, and with war. And the Lord will plead with all flesh, and slay of the Lord shall be many. It's going to be a lot of dead bodies, a lot of slow singing, a lot of mourning. You know, you see what's happening in Gaza? That's going to be all around the world. Dead babies, it's going to be a lot of Edomite dead babies. A lot of them. They're going to be piling up. We're going to be kicking them, bashing their heads to the stone. You know why? Because that's what prophecy said. If you're offended of it, man, you better take that up to the Most High. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 2. And I will also gather all the nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage. And how he's going to plead? With fire and a sword, whom there have scattered among the nations, and parted my lands. That's why Gaza's getting fucked up. That's why you think that they had something to do with it, because a lot of them is Ishmael. And if you understand what the sub-Saharan slave trade was, and you understand why they're getting this one, because they were doing the same. They were killing our people, castrating all our men. That's why you don't see a lot of Israelites in their land, because they were killing all the males and using our women as property. Let me grab this. And this is how he's going to bring the sword now. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of warriors is with confused noise and gathered in garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuels of fire. Yeah. And he was going to set forth. So you see that. How's it going? You seen that everybody was how like wars, they used to be screaming with swords. They would gird up their loins by tying them up, because if you understand how our heritage is, they would it was a way they turned it up. That's why girding up your loins. That's why Jake likes to pull up their pants all the time before they get in a fight. It's just that's how it was. But now all of them were that same, with people doing that. But now it's fighting with bombs and thermonuclear weapons. We're gonna be seeing mini nukes very soon when America really gets in it. Because they're already trying to go after Iran. You're going to be seeing that technology. You have the energy direct weapons. You're going to be seeing ray guns. You're going to be seeing those kamikaze drones. You're going to be seeing those little things that you've seen. What is it? Olympus Has Fallen. This technology is going to be seen. Let me grab a slot here. And man, it is cold. I don't know why I took my jacket off. That was hot for this word. The water Yahba Shema Shai for allowing me to come out another day. Beautiful. And I have a surprise coming out on Saturday, Lord willing. And this is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? So when the Lord has an alarm, like even in Esau's kingdom, you hear the alarm, people go crazy when it's close. So when the Lord says something's going to happen, is not people going to be afraid? Or are they not going to see the danger the Lord's putting on this earth? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord has not done it? So shall you see the death that's happening in Gaza? It's all the Lord. The Lord's doing all of it. Those children dying, and he's using those Amalekites, but that's because he said he was going to make Esau bear. But the Lord's doing it. It's a beautiful thing when our dead enemies are crying, mourning, and all stuff, because they weren't mourning when they were doing it to us. So man, we're not gonna. It's a beautiful thing when you see pieces of Gaza, Palestinian kids everywhere. Unless they're Israelites, and if they're wicked Israelites, it's beautiful too, because that's what the Lord. This is how they're gonna get right. And it's a beautiful to see dead Israelis. These fucking kites. It's a beautiful thing. The Lord's doing it all. Because that's just saying the prophecy is going forth. This is Joel again, chapter 3, verse 2. And we're not going to hold back. Like all these other people saying, oh, you're trying to be PC, my ass. Forget God, forget the Palestinians, let them die. They going into slavery. Moab, they going into slavery. Elam, they going into slavery. Fucking Esau, you going into slavery, and then you're gonna be ridden off this planet. That's just the scriptures. If you don't like it, you don't like the scriptures. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 2. And I will also gather all the nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, whom they have scattered among my nation and parted my lands. So they did that, so that's what they get. And they cast lots for my people. What did they do? Who was selling us to Esau? Ishmael, Ham. So that's why they gotta get it. They all did. They all had a part of it. Which have not had a spoil. 2 Maccabees, I believe, 2 and 10. Which nation has not had a part of spoiling our people? Let me just grab it. Bear me off here. See, what is that? It was First Maccabees. This is what nation has not had a part in her kingdom and God in her spoils? Which nation has not? We can't pick none of them, because all of them has participated. How did the Great Wall of China? They say that? No, that was Israelites built that. Every great structure was built by the Israelites because they were took it in. The pyramids, Israel built those. What happened? Even the ones in Peru, and in New Mexico City. But I'm talking about Egypt. They said those great wonders. Israel built that. Remember Carthage and the greatest, how shipping and everything was started? How Tyre got? Israel was the starter of that. What else? They got those ideas and where to go and how to get guided over there through Solomon. Who else? What else? What else do you want? The Gothic, where they said where the most beautiful churches and structures are, the Gothic area. Israel built that. They all had it because they were put in this. This is what happened. They have casted lots for my people. They have given a boy for a harlot. They have sold a girl for what? So look what they did. A boy for a harlot. You know that's Esau written all day on their like weirdo stuff. They have sold a girl for wine and for drink. What did Ishmael and Ham do? They were selling us for muskets, gunpowder. Muskets, gunpowder, and alcohol. And having a marry. You know that the scriptures of the rich man and Lazarus, those beasts that were licking at the wounds. Who are they? Those are the nations licking at our wounds. They all have it. That's why you go to nowhere you go. Every Judite, Issachar, every nation, everyone. They have Moab. Everything though, all the streets are owned by Esau. Then they have Moab at like a liquor store. Or Ishmael or freaking Elam, selling them weaves, selling them blunt wraps, all these stuff, everything to destroy them. There's a liquor store in the hood everywhere, but you don't see no health stores. You don't see none of that. They all did it. So that's why the Lord's gathering these nations. That's why He's causing war, and that's why you're seeing a lot of dead. That's why the Lord is giving them a recompense. He's pleading with them, sword and fire. What have ye done with me, O Tyre and Zidon? in all the coast of Palestine. And that's actually talking about the Hamites. But it's beautiful that word's in there. Because Palestine, that's not even Ishmael. That's a freaking Ham. Will ye render me a recompense? If ye yet recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your head. Because ye have taken the silver and my gold, and has carried it away in your temples, goodly, pleasant things, and called also Judah and the children of Jerusalem to have ye sold unto the Grecians, these fucking Esau, Edom, these so-called white men, that ye might remove them far from the borders. That's why. Behold, I will rise them out of this place, whether you sold them, and return him or recompense upon your head. Let's grab this. So now you see all these problems in this land. This is why. This is Zechariah chapter 9, verse 6. A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. So now some unclean, filthy demons and father, which is they're talking about Amalek and Esau in the Holy Land. And I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. That's still talking about Ham, but it's crazy that it's using that word. But that's not what I wanted. Bam, it is in the same chapter. I just needed to read it down. This is Zechariah chapter 9, verse 13. When I have bent Judah for me, using him as a weapon. He said he was going to be our battle axe. We're going to be his battle axe. And fill the bow with Ephraim, so the northern and the southern kingdom, and rise up his sons, O Zion, against thy sons. Whose sons? Who? He's going to make the northern and southern kingdom in the land of the north, rising them up, using them as weapons against thy sons, O Greece, Esau, Edom, and made thee as a sword of a mighty man. Bam, look at that. So what is you? This is the scriptures, man. You got to understand how it works. So all this nation, he's gathering this up for this situation, gathering up for war, gathering up for until the Lord comes. Let's just grab it. I'm gonna end off with this. And so I wanted to get in Ezekiel the 38th chapter. You see how the Spirit is.
Hello.
Hello.
That's you.
That's you. It's Isaiah.
Isn't it cold?
Yeah, but you know I'm warm with the Spirit of the Lord, Lord will. Mm-hmm. This is Isaiah chapter 38, means 61, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom? The sons of Greece. Who is it coming? For Edom is who is going and coming from it? Who is he talking about? Who's about to make war with him? Who is the son of the Most High? Who is this that coming from Edom? With dyed garments of Basra. Why is his garments dyed? It's not because his light has a red garment like me. No, his garment is going to be dyed because all the blood coming from the Esau Edom, not as everywhere where Esau Edom is, he's going to be coming and destroy, primarily Babylon the Great, and then over there in the Holy Land. This that glorified in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Who is that talking? This is talking about Yahushua, the people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. People that don't understand that there's a dark-skinned Judite man is coming with anger in his eyes. Wherefore thou red in thy apparel, that garments that is like he treaded fine or wine fat, and doesn't wine grapes stain? So it's going to be stained with the blood of our enemies. I have tried in the winepress alone, and the people there were none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury. and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. All of it. It's not he's gonna be covered in blood like some, like you know how Esau Edom like what's it, Jeffrey Dahmer and like weirdo shit. Or you be seeing vampires. He's not gonna be doing that. This is a parable showing how much killing he's about to do on this earth. You're gonna be just seeing packs of dust and melted people. You might see people get bloody when he puts these spirits of vengeance on people. The Lord, he said he's not no instruments of war, neither, but lasers, fire from his mouth, laser beams, and those thermonuclear destruction that's gonna come and melt these people. For the day of vengeance is in the Lord's heart. It is in my heart. The day of vengeance is in the Lord's heart. He's looking like, man, Lord, can I get him? Lord, can I get him? Waiting to put judgment upon these wicked ass people and Esau Edom and all these nations that have touched the apple of his eye. And the year of my redeeming is come, and Lord willing, it's soon. Lord willing, Babakwa Shah is 2024. But man, it's close. All these people, these slothful niggas that's saying it's gonna be like 230, 240. Nah, you out of your mind. Nah. And look, there was none to help. And I wonder that there was none to uphold. That my arm brought salvation onto me. And my fury is upheld. And I tread down the people in my anger and made them drunk in my fury. And I brought down the strength to the earth. What is that? What is that? The deliverance of his people and the destruction of these nations. That's what the Lord is coming to put righteous indignation on this earth. This is what the Lord is doing. But yeah, it is cool. I'm not gonna lie. So why do y'all by Shemal Shai for this? So first and foremost, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Mekak, DTA, and above, Thawadi Yah Ba'ashem Shai. If you wonder what DTF is, death to America and death to all these places, and above, destruction to Babylon. Thawadi Yah Ba'ashem Shai. Shalom.